I would like to introduce to the podium one of the original Golden Girls, Miss Pauline Davis-Thompson. Ms. Thompson.
Good morning, C.I Gibson Rattlers! It's a pleasure for me to stand before you this morning to ask you to come out and support our homegrown Bahamian Carifta athletes that will be participating in the Carifta Games on March 29th to April the 1st. But before I get into inviting you to come out to the Carifta Games, I'd like to just give you some inspirational things this morning. I want to say to you that education is your #1 arsenal for you to make it out of poverty, or the ghetto, or the inner city. Whatever words they want to call it, educational is the key. Are you hearing me, C.I Gibson Rattlers? How do I know this? I know this because I am a product of the ghetto of Baintown, the street they call Fleming Street, right next to the Key Chicken Shack. And because of education, I made it out of the ghetto, and I know you can do it too. You see, C.I Gibson, I might have been born in the ghetto, but the ghetto was not born in me, and it wasn't born in you. As a young girl growing up in the ghetto, my parents gave me choices. They put a book on the table, and they put a belt on the table. I had choices, right? I could either choose the belt, or I can choose the book. I chose the book. And that is what you need to do. You need to get off of Facebook and pick up a book. I say, C.I Gibson Rattlers, you need to get off of Facebook and pick up a book. Are you hearing me? Before you think about picking up a gun or picking up a knife, you pick up a pen, you pick up a pencil, and you do your schoolwork. Before you think about fighting, just pause for a moment and take a deep breath. That deep breath is going to bring back some senses to you. Fighting is not an option. That's not an option for you. But education, that's an option. Do you understand me? You have to educate yourself. You have no excuse, none whatsoever. Now I'm going to talk directly to you little girls now. When I was growing up in the ghetto and trying to become an athlete, I would often hear adults say, oh, she's not going to make it very far. She's probably going to have 5 or 6 kids for 5 or 6 different men. And I used to look around like, are they talking to me? No, they wasn't talking to me because I had plans. I wanted to see the world. And I could tell you today, C.I Gibson Rattlers, so far, I've seen 173 countries and counting. Me, this little girl from the ghetto in Baintown. And I don't care when you become a man that picks up the garbage. Guess what? You could have ambition. One day you could own a fleet of garbage trucks. It don't matter. As long as you're making an honest living, that's all that matters. And it's not all about dressing up in suit and tie. A lot of you that has God-given talent, technically, hand those talent. Go to BTVI or I understand some of these schools now have where you could do that type of stuff, whether it's mechanic or whatever have you. A lot of those people make the most money. Plenty of people see working in student tie don't make no whole ton of money. It's the persons who have the technical skills that make a ton of money. But you have to be educated enough to know how to add. If you're going to become a business person, you have to know how to run a business. You have to know how to read and write. You have to know math. It's important. I stand here as a living proof that you could have big dreams. And that if you dream big, your dreams can become a reality. Are you hearing me, C.I Gibson Rattlers? Are you hearing me? Dream big. The sky should never be your limit. I never allow the sky to be my limit. I remember when I first went onto the international scene, I used to hear them say, oh, the Bahamas don't have any athletes. And I used to be turning around like, well, I'm here. What am I? And let me tell you, when the gun go pop, I was getting to that finishing line. By the hook or the crook, I was getting to that finishing line. Because you see, when I put on these colors say that I'm a Bahamian. No matter where I am in the world. It doesn't have to say the Bahamas on the back like it does now. People often walk up to me and say, you're from the Bahamas, aren't you? And I would look and I would smile. And I said, yes, I am. From the most mightiful, most powerful little country in the world. Yes, I am. And when my Golden Girl sisters and I went in 2000, well, before that, in 1999, in Spain, in Barcelona, Spain. And when we won our first gold medal at the World Championship, our great sister to the north, who has 300+ million people, versus our little Bahamas with 350,000 people. They said that that was a fluke. Can you believe that? It was a fluke. You don't luck up and win gold medals. You have to put the work in. And then I hear them say on international TV that we just put on the flag colors of the Bahamas. I had to correct Karen Lewis. I had to tell her that every single one of us was born and raised in the Bahamas. We might have attended your college in America, but our talent didn't come from America. And then we continue to work hard because now we have to prove to the world that our goal in 1999 wasn't just a fluke. And so my sister and I, my Golden Girl sister and I, we came with a plan. And we hatched that plan right at the fish fry as to how we was going to beat the United States again and prove that it wasn't a fluke. And you think it was easy? You're talking about 5 girls from varied backgrounds trying to come together. You know we girls can be catty, right? You know that. So it wasn't easy. But guess why we did it? We did it because of you. We wanted for you to understand that there's a better life out there for you. We were willing to make the sacrifice for you so that it could be a little bit easier for you. And we sat down and we plotted how we were going to dethrone the United States again. And we had many practices, and there were times the baton would go drop and go cling, 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 cling. But we stayed true to ourselves. And we kept believing. Even through all our arguments and everything, we kept believing that we can do it again. And on that glorious afternoon, when the gun went clacker-clacker, that's what I love to call it, and South Cedar Fines jumped out of those starting blocks. And you know what the rest is, right? The rest is history. We beat the mighty United States again, and the rest of the world again. And this time we've proven that it wasn't a fluke. And we have gone down in history as one of the greatest relay team ever to have run the sports of track and field. I give you that synopsis to say that it wasn't just me. And all of the Bahamian athletes that came before me, even our Golden Knights, look at them. Where you think they come from? And how you think they made it? They all are product of the ghetto. They all got their education. They went to college and got a college degree. You can do the same thing. There's no excuse. There's a young man by the name of Mr. Smith that made a Carifta team last year. I think he's a shot putter. Mr. Smith, are you around? Did they call him Cheesy? Big Cheese. Now listen now. So you have someone to come up to the Carifta Games to cheer for, right? So I'm asking you to please come out and let's cheer our athletes on at the Carifta Games. The Carifta Games, I'm a product of the Carifta Games. The Golden Knights, my Golden Girl sisters, all the athletes that have won medals for the Bahamas, we are all product of the Carifta Games. Usain Bolt, Karani James, all of the Caribbean athletes, the Carifta Games was our stepping stone to greatness. And all of us come from the same background. We just come from different countries. They too grew up in poverty. And they too, because of education, was able to make something of themselves. So on March the 29th to April the 1st, I want to see you rattlers in that stadium. I want to see some of you competing for the Bahamas. I want to see the rest of you cheering your teammates on and cheering your country, the Bahamas, on. And please put on something that says that you're a Bahamian. Put on a color of the Bahamas. I don't care what it is. It could be a bow, earring, something. Because let me tell you, our Caribbean sisters and brothers will be in our stadium in full force. And it's our stadium, right? We can't let them outdo us, right? So I need for you to bring your cowbells. Bring those goat skin drums. Yes, and the whistle. Let me tell you, our athletes love to hear that. You see when they hit around that curve? When you lick them cowbells, and legs start going. Oh yeah, they start moving fast. As a matter of fact, they always request, because we travel a little Junkanoo group, they always come up and ask the Junkanoo group, when I get to this curve right here, I want you to lick them drums hard. And trust me, it's like we give them that extra wind beneath their wings, and they fly. So we want to beat our sister Jamaica. We want to beat the Jamaicans. And let me tell you, I said we want to beat the Jamaicans. We got to hold those Yannies. Listen to me. I don't know if you've ever been to anything where the Jamaicans go to, but they're dressed from their head to their toes in their country colors. They're very proud people. Very, very proud people. And they like to bring them big Dutchy pot they cooking. You know, they cook the rice and peas and the curry goat, them big cooking pot. They like to bring them with a big cooking spoon and let it go clink, 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 clink. Right? So we need the drums to go boom, 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 boom. Right? Exactly. So please come out and support your Bahamian athlete. Easter weekend, you're going to be off, so you don't have no excuse. You tell mom and dad that you want to do what? You want to do what? You want to go to Carifta, right? Also, no, you put something on that say you're the Rattlers too. Ain't nothing wrong with that. The athletes at least want to see which school supporting them. And I know that standing in this audience before me is a future Olympian. I know that. That's right. And I expect later on in life, some of you are going to tap me on my shoulder and say, Mrs. Davis-Thompson, when you came to my school and spoke to me that day, you inspired me to be the best that I can be. I want to inspire you to greatness, because all of you are special. Every single one of you. God made you special. And what God has done is what? Well done, right? Well done. So you all are blessed. I want to end by saying, listen to your teachers, listen to your parents, and you go out there today, you keep working hard, you keep fighting for those A's. If you make a C, you fight for the B. But you keep fighting. And believe you me. You believe when I tell education will set you free, you believe me? No, you don't believe me. Come on. Do you believe when I say education will get you out of the ghetto? Do you believe me? Yes. That's right. That is the truth. So from this day forward, you are to study hard. And you ought to do what? Get off of what? Facebook? And do what? No, man, say louder than that. You got to do what? And pick up a book. Thank you, Rattlers!
And let me say this. You know, Ms. Thompson talk about wearing, Davis-Thompson talk about wearing the color. It's only one color I would wish you would wear, because there's only one color persons will always recognize. There is nothing like the aqua. When you see that, nobody else has it. People have yellow, they have the black, but ain't nobody have the aqua. So make sure you don yourself in the aqua. You have the aqua on, you cannot go wrong. Ms. Thompson, you like to say something else?
I have a special guest for you. His name is Say No, as Say No to Drugs. He is our Carifta mascot. So I'd like to invite Say No, the pot cake. Come on up, Say No.